Thank you, everyone, Elena and team, for joining us today. This session is for a quick demo of the Olympify platform, exam management platform for international science Olympiads. This platform has been successfully used in 13 Olympiads since IBO 2023. It started as an exam delivery platform, and then in ISO 2023, it became an exam management platform. And we have gone to IPHOs, APHOs, IOAAs, and IGSOs, and INSO, and IBUS, all of these major Olympiads. And we are very grateful that uh, we are working with you for IPHO in Colombia this year. And let me share my screen. Let me hide these video panels. In Olympia platform, there is the host view, which is you, and there is the delegation view, which are the leaders. And in today's session, since you are from the academic team, who will be uploading the exam content to the platform, we will be focusing on that. So this is a demo instance, and I've already talked to Elena. We are going to create a dedicated instance, secret instance for you, and then we will set up the credentials for all the folks that you need, and then you will have your own credentials, your own server, so that you will be able to upload your content and work with it. Today, it's a demo platform. The URL is Studio Olympify. That's why you do not see your logo. In your platform, it will be white label for you. I have created a sample accounts for the demo purpose. You log in, and when you log in, you directly go to the dashboard, and then you see the exam. In today's demo, I'm going to use the theory demo. You can name it whatever you would like, theory examinations or simply theory, whatever you want. So you click on view, and then this is what the next screen that you will see. If you have a question paper, let's say you have 5 problems which have multiple um, sub questions underneath them, and let's say collectively it is like 30 to 40 pages. Even if it's like 60 or more pages, typically for IPHOs it's less than 40 pages. And then the way you upload the content in this system is you just add them bit by bit. So I have some sample content, and you do not have, if you have your content somewhere, let's say a Google Doc or a latex document, and wherever you have it, you do not have to type it from scratch. For the most part, you can copy and paste, and then make the edits necessary to make it look like the way you want it. So let me show you. Here I'm not going to type anything from scratch. I have some samples. And so here I have some exam instructions from one of the IGSOs and exam rules. And then I have one question from IOAA 2024. And I have a sample table. And so these are like some of the images that I will use. So I have everything ready. So I'll just show you how we can use these pieces which are ready made, so that we do not have to do everything from scratch all over again. And we can give this heading anything that you want. I'm going to call it the exam instructions, and this section I'm going to call it as preliminary materials. It's all your choice. I'm just picking a name and save. Here is we have. So if you go inside to update, so the content is empty. So there is nothing to show. So I go back. Let me create a couple of more placeholders. Call it exam rules. and I want to go in the same section, you just type just two letters and then it will fill up. If there is already a section like that. And so there's one more. We add one other, simply call them constants. Okay. And this is something before even we start showing the questions in the question paper. So let me create one another block and then look at this content here and see what I have. Okay, I have, let's say T1 is like a theory one questions, and then underneath it I have five sub questions. So I'm going to call this as um, T1, or simply call okay, T1, and then for section also I'm just calling it as T1. Okay, save it. Now you see, so you have a different section, and within that I will see this introduction and then maybe okay. Um, Let me create first. Let's start adding some content. I am going to instructions. Let's say I have the instructions already here. I can select one by one, or I can select all of them. Control A, Control C. I come here. I paste it. If you want to look all of them, you can use this full screen mode. Okay, and we can format them a bit later. I'm going back to the split screen. I'm saving it. I want to see the preview of the PDF of just this content, not the entire question paper. Just this block has this content. I'm seeing only this. Um, okay, the content is there, but this formatting is not right. There is one extra line, and what I can do, these are like simple bullets. I'm selecting them again, removing the numbering, applying them again, going back, and then say preview. This preview button, if you see, there is save, preview, and then download PDF. Save, it just saves the content, but it does not triggers a PDF. Preview PDF, it is like save and then show me the PDF. Download PDF is if you just want only this copy, then you can click on this. If you click on this, you just get only this copy. So, and here also, what I want to do is, okay, this content is fine. Let's say I want to move it to the center. So we will go here. Okay, I want to reduce the space, add a little bit more, come back, let me preview. Then I'm getting ready to the next block, which is examination rules. Here I have 9, and then there is one more line. So let me select all of them, or I can do all of them. Come back here. Okay, this looks fine. We can go to the next block because we have already created the placeholders. So enter it here. Okay, quickly I'm going to preview PDF. You can stop me anytime and ask me if you have any questions. Feel free to do so. The same thing we are going to do it again. Um, and then I want to save this. And then what I want to do is I want to make it a bold, Control B. I can click here or I can use the shortcut key on my keyboard also. I can do this and then underline if I want it. Say preview while it's doing it. Uh, what is the next thing that we want to upload? Okay, we created a placeholder called this also looks fine. Let's go back. You can use this breadcrumb. Let me see. Elena is messaging like about headers that is customizable. I will show you, Elena, when you create a uh, your PDF, you will be able to see how it looks. Um,
I have some questions
yes, yes,
regarding
please.
how to include images and equations in the programs.
Okay, I will cover this, shortly. So that is going to be the next one, constants. So let me go here. I have an empty um, placeholder here. Um, there are two ways you can add formulas in the system. You can use LaTeX, and we also have a paid plugin for this editor, which is uses MathML. Um, yes, there are page numbers too. They will automatically will show up in the question paper, and so there are two formats. One is LaTeX, the other one is MathML. So let me. This is already there, and give me 1 second. Um, Let me copy this so that. Um, but I will also show you how you can enter your own formulas. Um, while it's doing the PDF preview, um, yeah, graphs and figures also I will show you after the page numbers. Um, so if I click on it, this math type has a graphic editor. So you will be able to edit your formulas directly using the editor. And so this is one option. This is what most people use. Because it's convenient for them. Right? But there are also folks, in particular in physics, I have seen, like IOAA, for example, even IPFO in Iran, where they used our system. They would like to use latex also. You could you could have a hybrid approach also. You could have math type some places, and then you could have latex in some places. And so this is one way to have this. Let me also go back and simply like add one more block. I call it like formulas. I will call it as go to the preliminary section so that I know where it is. So here, um, if I want to add very simple formula, I can simply go E equal to NC. So this is what I was talking about. This uses MathML. Now, next, the same formula using latex. And what you do, okay. And if I go and do the preview, you will, this is one stage, but this is not the final one. See, it's not showing the actual formula. What we have to do with this, it uses this notation. Then if I do preview, so this way you will be able to, as long as it's valid latex, then it works this way. Once you have a formula like this, and let's say if anyone else, somebody who assists you to come in and then they will have editing, they can select it and then you can go both directions. Here you are using literally latex, but you are also able to go back and edit it using this editor. And when you go, by the way, um, Olympify underlying storage format is HTML. So I will use the opportunity to show that this and then this same formula, but they are using two different um, approaches, right? Formats. Use source code. The first one you could see it is MathML, right? It is this. And you do not have to know HTML, but I'm just showing you that we are in fact using latex. So here it is latex. So here it is represented, right? And but it's rendered using this MathML um, plugin. So this is how you tackle formulas anywhere actually they come. And let me go back, right? We have added some content and we have added some formulas. Let's add some sample, like a question. So I come here and let me take this example. So I'm adding a question. Okay, save it. Then I'm adding one more paragraph. Okay, so save this and so I'm going to add an image in between. So for that, what do I do is I come here, I choose this one, I do Control C, and okay, there is an image added. Go to the full screen and enter and see. I'm going to add. Let me add both of these paragraphs. Okay, and let me go back to this. Um, Preview this. Let's see what happens with the image. I just copied and pasted it, right? And there is another way to insert the image as well. So here it looks fine. Let me also see, right click and see the image. And um, okay. If you, yeah, because we print our question paper on A4 sheets, right? A4 sheets have the physical limitations on how wide it is. So therefore, that constraint, that the paper size, also translates to approximately 650 pixels. I will send you this details as email, so you do not have to remember it. So when you have an image, if it's like too wide, you just make sure that it's like 650 pixels. So essentially, you want to have the image to stay within this and actually this. And if you want to resize the image, yes, translation also I will show how to translation. So if you want to resize this image, all very simply you can do it this way. Drag it. You can see right now, if you see it's like 552 to 254. But if you also have a number, you can do it that way also. 450 automatically it adjusts the height also. And say, um, 1 second. I'm going back to this and review again. Uh, um, 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 so, and if you want to centralign this image, you could do this. I'm going back. Preview again. There is one other way you could include images also. You do not have to copy paste. Let me just do it in between here. So you can say insert, you can say image, and upload, and you can go to the folder where you have, and then you can say insert. So this is another way that you can see the original size is 650 and preview PDF. Now let me see like with both images how it looks like. Okay. So here, Elena, if you look at this is only like 2 pages long, but this is only for this block. This block is T1, right? Only has 2 pages of a little bit over 1 page, so basically it shows page number 1 and 2. But I will also show you but we have multiple blocks, right? And when we have multiple blocks, and um, it should be more than 2 pages. So we will see, and then the page number sequence, the page number also will change because the total number of pages will be different. Before we move on, let me go clean up one thing, which is I will select this image. I can simply delete from my PC. I have done it. So um, saving this, and only if I do preview PDF, then this PDF generation is triggered. But our content is updated and saved. I also want to change, make it a bold, and there is also something that you can see here: history. There are multiple versions here. It started here, and then this is the most recent version, right? From 848 to 93. So you can pick any versions, and you can see what has changed. And take for example, let's go to this one. So we have added all of this in um, this version 858 to this one. Um, this is particularly useful for actually the delegation when they are translating. If they see, like, once they start translating it, if the host has updated any content in the official English. So this history will be available in the translation section as well. Um, Let me add just a bit more, which is all of these questions. I can go and out of all of these questions, I have a choice. It's your choice. Basically, I can just go add it here, and then I can save it. Or you could also do it this way. And how? Um, Come back here, and this is T1, right? So I will call it as T1 intro, or to be proper and formal, it's T1 introduction, right? Save that, go back, and I can quickly create a T1A. Okay, it is T1. However you want to do it. This, whatever you show in the heading, it's only for, it's like a file name. It's not part of the file content. So T1A, I want to create T1B. It goes to the same section. So we create T1B. Okay, so you get the idea. I'll just stop it here, and I'll go here and say, okay, I have only a, and PDF. I can go to the next one while it's working on the PDF. I can go only B, right? So preview PDF. I can go to the next one. B, okay. So wait for this PDF. Now, if you look at, let me duplicate. You work. Feel free to work with multiple tabs, so you can go parallel. And so let me go back. We have all of these. So one, two, three, and this one is kind of a sample one. I can skip it, and then we have four more. So like 8 blocks. But this one I will skip. So, and we want to see all of this content in the PDF and the entire exam. Where do we see that? If you go to the dashboard, there is a PDF here. You click on it, it will say there is no PDF generated yet. Simply click on generate PDF. Now this one has to go and aggregate all the blocks and then show all the content together. Accordingly, the page numbers will be updated. And okay, um, you can have, okay, it is more than 100%. It's your choice how you want to see them. Let me take it down. Here is the exam instructions, and um, here is examination rules and uh, fundamental constants. Um, and then it is coming to the previous page. That's what we wanted, but we can push it to the next one. For example, we want this one to stay on one page, this one to stay on one page, but we want this one to start on a new page. How do I do that? So wherever you want your blog to start, this one I want to start on a new page. So you go to the previous one. At the end here, you see there is a line break. So here is the line break, page break, sorry. So, or you can do it this way, insert page break. Okay, now you can see there is a page break here. I'm saving it. Let me come back here and then regenerate the PDF. Now the fundamental constants should start on actually a new page. Then we also noticed that um, let me see. Okay, so it forces a new page. Then let's go back and then regenerate the PDF. This is like a demo instance. So this is not a very big server. And in the actual server, we will have a big server to support 100 of them. This is not going to the next one. I will try one more thing. We can fix this. This is not a problem. We'll go to the next one. Maybe I will insert the page break here. So PDF. Okay. Mm, okay. So we will fix this. I think we have an issue here. We will fix it. And so this one we do not want it to show up. This is only a sample one. Um, there is an super user account. We will give one super user account to you in your team, and that super user will be able to do what I just showed, which is upload content, make the changes and everything. And then they can manage the exams and comments, translations and model, everything. The super user, they can do a little bit more also. I will just show what is that account is. Like comes here. There is bulk manage blocks. Um, in this one, um, I can I can skip your particular one. So for this one, right? You can skip it that way. But I think the easiest one is easiest one. What you can do is you can simply like delete this because we do not want it. So it won't be part of that. Let me recreate this one more time. So that should be gone. Um, I'm just seeing the list of banana. What else we need to show? Um, okay. So in this header, we are showing only actually the logo. In the footer, we have, for example, this one, we call it Olympify, but it, You could tell us, we can show you some samples after this demo. Elena, I will send it to you. Some of the other Olympiads, how they have header and footer. And so based on that, you let me know which one you prefer. So what you see here and what you see here, that we do in the back end, in the programming. So once we do that, it will be the same across the um, all of the exams that you upload here. And for example, you can put the logo in the middle or on the right or on the left. You could have this information here, or you could choose to show some of this information on the top. So it's customizable. We will work with you and give you some options and then see which one you like, and then we will implement like that way. So this is the default style that we have. Um, we could make this headings bold and all that we can do. And this I will we will fix this so that it goes to the page where it goes to the new line, and the page numbers are actually showing up. As for the graphs, it's like any other image, and so we'll have to scan a graph paper and then insert it as an image. So the restrictions that we will have is it will come within the page like this. The scale is more or less we can experiment, we can try it. It kind of depends on your printer also. Here we can control it exactly how wide it is, and then we can adjust the image exactly we want it. But we have to also we can do verify it on your printer as well. All of the printers which is going to print it, they should not scale the content. Um, it should just reflect it using the actual cell. So there is an option to do it on your printer, and we will help you with that. So graph is like any other image only, and I'm going to skip actually the comments. Let me go directly to the translations. The translations is done by the delegations. So as a host, there Anna is like part of the academic team. You only see the translations which are being made by the delegation. So let me log in as a delegation user. So here I have logged in as like the German delegation. So there is one user, so like leader number one from the refresh it, and so you do not see that theory demo. This is where you can use that super user account. There is something called, let me create one more window, tab, uh, and then go to control center, and you choose your exam. And so right now all the gates are closed, nothing is green. So let's say that this example is visible to the leaders. I come back, it's still not visible. Right? So it's visible, but it's go, but you don't see anything. Why? Because we have granular controls. So for that, you come back and go to this one. This is your exam, right? Let me start from the dashboard. Here is your exam. You go to this exam, uh, and then there's all of these blocks. There is something called bulk manage block. It's a very powerful page, for you, where you can control every block across every life cycle of the examination. On the day of the exam discussion, you are going to need sharing the exam with them so that they can review it, they can give feedback, and you can manage that feedback and incorporate the comments as you decide, and then you will allow them to translate, and you decide when you show them for translation, when you open them for translation, when you close the gates. You can do all of this. So now what I want to show is, so let's say I want to show all the preliminary materials. Within that, I don't want to show the constants. I want to just talk about only these two. So save changes. I come back here and refresh this page. See now, even though you have uploaded all the content within this exam, you are showing only like the first two ones, right? Now, if I go to comments, I see the exam, but within that, they're all actually closed, right? And similarly, translations also. I'm going to the wrong one. It should be theory. What is this? So this is not correct. Which one I changed? Theory demo. Okay. Yeah, I need to go to theory demo. So here, comments, theory demo is not there. Translations, theory demo is not there because I have not opened the gate. Let me go and open the gate for all of them. It's open for review. They can comment section I'm opening, translation section I'm opening, even submission I'm opening, just for the demo purpose I'm doing. But in actual the day after discussion, we will be doing them in a sequence. Sometimes, if you wish, you can open the translation very, very early when you open the exams for review, or you can do it later. The choice is yours. Usually in IPHO, and they do not open the translations immediately. IBO, they open it immediately. Chemistry also, because they have verbose content, they have too much content, lots of questions. And it changes. Come back here, and now, I see theory demo. I go, but I don't see any content. Translations, I see the exam, but I don't see any content. The reason is, and then the bulk block. Now I say, okay, and I I showed in comments, I showed in translations. I'll come back here, comments. Okay, I see them, but I'm not really open them for comments. I cannot post it, so it's disabled. So, and similarly, if I go to the translations, create a translation. So, German delegation. So, remember now in this browser, I'm acting as a delegation leader. So, German official, it's their choice. They can give a name that they want, and they can change it later also. For example, they can edit it and say that German translation or kind of theory German. Um, so, and then there are 7 blocks right now. Based on your actual question, there could be more number of blocks. Typically, I see easily 30 blocks, around 40 to 50 blocks I see. You could have more blocks as well. The more the better. I will explain a bit later why. We go to translate. Now we have showing only like 2 blocks, even though there are 7 blocks. Why? Because we are controlling them like this. But we can just open all of them at once. Simply click on this blue, you can just do all of the sections all at once. And I'm coming back here. And so it's open for translation. No, it's not open for translation. Translation status, obviously they're not translated, it's still pending. What we will do, we will also allow translations. We will also allow commenting save changes. And so this is part of a super user. We recommend that one person use it on your site so that it's coordinated and you are in control so that there is not any confusion, and then you roll out things exactly the way you want it. Of course, if you would like, we would be happy to assist you also. But there is not anything special that we do because we moved all of these controls from the tech team, putting it directly in the host, so they themselves are able to steer the system on their own. But anyway, we will be there to help you if you need assistance. So coming back here and translation. Now both of these are open. You can start translations in any order, right? If there are 2 leaders, one can translate this, other one can translate this, and they can share the work. And when we go to the second one, we will see a split screen, right? So There are different ways to do it. You can manually translate. It's a very time-consuming process. Very few people, one or two people do. Most people, they don't manually translate. So this is one option. So save. Or what you could do is could copy all of this from here to here. It's called simply you can click on a single click. Yes, everything is here. Now you can start translating bit by bit. So you know what you are translating, you can do it this way. So I'm translating this one, so you can do it this way. So this is another one, second way. I will not recommend this also, but it is available if some delegation prefers it. The third one is what I recommend, which is I have all of these single click translations. There is Google, which supports the most number of languages, 130 plus. DeepL, the last time I checked, it was 30 to 40, mostly European languages. And then we are also paying for all of these are paid, Google, and then this, and then we have subscription, and then it's included in Olympify platform services for you. And similarly, we have Cloud API, and then we have ChatGPT as well. So first, let me use. So we will not show DeepL if a particular language is not supported by DeepL, and but if the language is supported by DeepL, then we will show DeepL in addition to the Google as well as Cloud and OpenAI too. And so let me use the single click Google translation. Click on it. I'm getting a warning saying that hey, this area is not empty, just to make sure that we are not overwriting anything by mistake. So I'm confident that I do not need it. So instead of selecting and then deleting all of this, you can simply say reset. It is okay. So it's clean. Now I do single click. Google content goes to Google server, gets translated, directly comes back here. Done. So now they can save it and then they can go to the full screen just like we did the official English version. They will be able to tune it here, if they want. They can make it better. So whenever they are actually done, and they could call it like a translation complete. It's an optional flag. Even if they check it, they can still edit it. Even if they don't check it, it's fine. But if they check it, it's useful to them. So they know what they have translated, and then their team also knows that okay, the particular block has been completed with someone else, so they can go work on something else. So we recommend that they make use of this flag, which is an optional flag. And here also we have a PDF, which we recommend that they do on every block. They can run it whenever they want it. And um, we do not run the PDF generation for the entire question paper at once. We do it. So this is only like block by block, right? So they will be able to see whether it looks fine on PDF, which is ultimately, that is their output. Whenever you see the empty page, you can ignore this one. In the final one, there will not be any empty because we will aggregate every one of them. So now, if someone, okay, they tried Google and then they say maybe I can try DeepL. Okay, they can try it. So click on DeepL. Again, it says that hey, you already have something. So I'm going to reset it. Now I'm going to use DeepL, and so they can decide which one they like, right? And they can move on to the next one. And then because we started with this one, and then even though there are more blocks, we have not opened them for translation, so they cannot use. They can try to go to the next one because there are more, but the system will block you because those blocks are not open for translation. But I have one block which is before that. I can translate that, and you can go here. You can do the same thing here also. So this time I'm using like ChatGPT, um, and these two are actually fast. Google is fast, and then accuracy wise. Um, those who translate, they say, and DeepL is more accurate. But as a host, you are making these multiple choices available to your delegations, and then it makes their life easier, and then they can do translation faster. These are special purpose models. So we are not using Gemini here. So this is Google as translation. It is special purpose built for that. So they are optimized for speed. Whereas this and this, ChatGPT, it's a generic model, right? So it can do multiple things. So relatively compared to these two, they will be a little bit slower, but they still are useful. If anybody wants them, they could use it as well. So I'm stopping here, marking it as save. Now, so now they have translated to what if they want to see their PDF? They can click on this PDF, or they can come here, or they can do it here also. Generate PDF. This is the generate PDF. And I'll show you one more thing, before I stop, and then I'll check with you if you have any questions. Here it should have two. This is one, and then this is the second. So this thing, this will go away in the actual exam paper when you have multiple pages. And so this is how they can check the whole one. And then you could also open more and more of the exam. You can just open entire question paper simply by clicking this. You know, now we have two sections. You can just do it like this and do all of them. Or granularly, if you want, for some reason, hey, there is something going on, some discussion is going on. I don't want them to translate, but I want them to comment, but I don't want them to translate. You know, and then so you could do all of them. So let me go back here as a leader, and we go open the submissions. Okay, let's say that the theory demo, the discussion is over, and the official English is ready for submission. People can submit for printing for the students, and translation is already open. Some people have completed translation, some other countries they're still doing it. So they can come here and they say create submission. We will map all the students. Here, so there are four students. I'm choosing student number one and say that giving theory official. And so there is a warning saying that the latest question is not generated yet. So I go back, right? So the latest generation. So you simply click on this. Even if you change like one letter or one word, as the system detects that you have changed something, then it just gives the warning to whoever who's going to utilize it. It could be a delegation leader, or it could be one of the host members, to say that hey, your content is not um, um, the latest PDF is not generated. So it shows only like two because um, that shows come back demo. Changes. Theory demo. It's, it's, back here. Once this exam PDF is generated by even one member, whether it is a host member or a delegation leader, if they have generated it, and for the rest of them, it does not have to be generated again and again. And so I will do this and permissions, sorry, permissions, and okay. So generated, and so this is the one for the student, and we also have the options to enable the student code. Where do I display settings? Let's say print student code, page settings. Then I come back here and do the second one. So it takes one more second to get there because we take the PDF and then we also go and write the student code on it. If you refresh this, 933, we are printing the student code. Of course, we can decide where we want it. Like, okay, I want to show it on the left or the right or right below the logo. We can do all of that. And so there is also QR code, so we can enable that as well. Now, with that said, let me go back here and and so I'll stop here and please let me know whether you have any questions at this point. Any of you have any questions? You can type it on the chat as well. I'll be happy to read and then answer your question. Elena, are you able to hear me? Do you or any of your team members have any questions? Okay. Elena is saying like no questions at this point, and there are more things within that system like a voting, download section, scanning, and all of them. So we can handle them. We'll be happy to have separate sessions to walk them through. I think right now the exam entry where you upload the exam content will be of um, high importance to you. So we can so work with you to facilitate that so that you can get going. And then along the way, whenever it makes the best sense for you, then we'll be happy to walk you through for the other sections as well. And unless you have any other questions, we can connect again soon to continue this work. So we will. What we are going to do is this is only like a demo instance. What we are going to do is we are going to create a dedicated server, Olympify server, just for you guys. And we will call it as a secret instance, and then we will give the access to the list of folks that your team wants us to set up access in that system, so that all of you will have access and then we'll be able to do what I just showed here, which is basically uploading content and then managing the exam discussions on the day of the exam discussions during the event. Elena, we will be able to set up that new server for you by Tuesday. So before that, simply give me the list of names of your team, whoever you can think of right now. You can add and remove names later on, not a problem. If you have four people, you can give it to me, just the name and the email address. We will add the password, we will create the URL, and then by Tuesday, we will give you a server with the credentials so that you will be able to go and work on the system, firsthand, by yourself. Um, Thank you all so much for taking the time. Have a wonderful day, and we'll connect again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.